everybody, and welcome back to a video with this one. It's been a while since she's been on the channel. It's been, at least a few good weeks without her, and it's been lovely. It's been lovely. Today we're not going to be talking about theories or,
We're having a fun video.
We're having a fun video. We're going to look at Canadian memes, because, if you didn't know, we're both Canadian. Even though we don't sound like it, people instantly assume we're American, and that's very offensive. I'm gonna get in a lot of trouble for saying that. Yeah, both Canadian, although we haven't lived in Canada for several years now. So it'll be really fun looking at these memes. I've already had a brief look at them. She's never seen them before, so we're gonna look through, and we're gonna have lots of fun. We're just gonna dick around with Canadian memes, and maybe expose a few things. So this one says, I always think of Canada as the love child of England and France after they had a drunken one-night stand, and then England just left it to grow up with its older brother America, who's like the rebel of the family. This is 100% definitely what happened. And Canada wants to be exactly like America, but it ended up being the nicer one who makes friends with everyone really easily. Can confirm that this is what happened. Can confirm. This is exactly what we don't care.
The innocent younger brother of the world. Our friends make fun of us. They go,
it's so funny.
You can't swear. There's innocent Canadians around.
This is true. It's funny, and I have one of the worst potty mouths in the world.
Is that a moose holding a rainbow? Is that the moose said gay rights?
The moose said gay rights. Okay. Look, if you can't support gay rights and a moose can, we got a problem, okay? My favorite thing about history is how every country tries to invade Russia but are somehow caught off guard by the Russian winter. My brother and I have an interesting theory that if Canadians tried to invade Russia, they would actually survive, but once they reached the capital, they would just make friends and play hockey. I like to think that's how all wars should be solved. With hockey.
We don't play hockey. We don't even watch you watch UFC.
I watch UFC. Blood is thicker than water, but maple syrup is thicker than blood, so technically, pancakes are more important than family. This was 100% written by a Canadian. 100% can confirm this was written by...
It was written by me.
It was written by Kira. She ghost writes in the middle of the night. I love this. I love the face that goes with this. Does Canada have an army, or do they just send herds of moose after their enemies? We don't have enemies, because we don't stir up bullshit with other countries like the rest of you. We're gonna move on from that one.
It's kind of true.
Not gonna address that one.
What about the war that Canada has with that one place where they just leave a bottle of alcohol on an island?
Canada has this thing, right? This war, or this constant, like, little battle going on between Denmark, I think it is, over this really fucking tiny island off of Greenland, I think it is. And it's really, really tiny. It's got, like, one base on it, and that's it. And, Canada and Denmark have been in a battle for it for ages. It's like two parents in a custody battle. But the only thing is, they don't do it in a violent way. They basically, whenever one of the countries goes and visits, like if Canada were to go and visit, they leave a bottle of Canadian, what is it, maple syrup? Or something like that?
Maybe,
or some kind of Canadian alcohol. And then when the Danish come in, they take the alcohol or the maple syrup that they left and they leave a bottle of their own. So then it just keeps swapping and the claim of the alcohol. And that's been going on for ages now. Yeah. It just doesn't stop.
Canadians, everybody.
That's how we fight battles, with maple syrup and moose. Can confirm. I love...
Flying bear kills 2 Canadians in a freak accident.
No. What's even better about it is what it says after is, we don't see this often, even if we live in the country. Often. Meaning it's happened before. I love the imagery of just a flying bear. Was it? I imagine it was caught in a tornado.
There was a catapult! Just some asshole was flinging bears out of the
How did he get the bear into the catapult?
The bear is his friend.
Why would you fling your friend out of a catapult? Don't do that.
We all know that we would fling our friends out of catapult. What?
This is funny, because it's true.
It's a bit risky.
It's a negative 40 degrees. Not bad today, negative 30. It's a nice day out, negative 20.
It's like summer, negative 10.
Why is this exactly what we do? It could be like 5 degrees Celsius outside and we'll be out in t-shirts.
One of our friends is very, like...
susceptible to the cold.
Yeah, and every time it's like barely cold, he's like, oh my god, I'm shivering, I'm so cold, and Quinn and I are like standing there in t-shirts and nothing else, and it's like, oh, it's bikini weather.
Bikini weather.
But then anytime it's over 20 degrees,
Oh
we're like,
God.
we're melting!
Dying.
We're Canadian when we're melting!
Stop yelling.
Stop.
You're gonna fuck up the audio. You're gonna fuck up the audio. I love this so much. So basically, it's an anti-rape ad in a bus, but for gay men. So like, it's an anti-gay rape ad in Canada on a bus.
Do they have them?
Apparently.
Okay,
Apparently,
go
that's
on.
the thing.
Let's
I'm
go.
sorry, but like, catch the fuck up, America. This is fucking awesome. That's all. I have never.
Canadian?
I think this is Canada. I love that. That's awesome.
Wait, the last comment.
We don't even have ads against heterosexual rape in America. Who are you kidding? No!
America. Oh my god.
Oh my god. If you die in Canada, do you die in real life? No. You leave the Matrix, that's what happens.
Canada doesn't exist. It's like people theorizing that Australia doesn't exist.
Or that everything in Australia is upside down. Everything in Australia is upside down and Canada doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Confirmed. Canon. No, just, I love the comments, just, no. Straight up, no. Canada doesn't exist, and if you die in Canada, you do not die in real life. Can confirm.
You just die in Canada.
In Canada, they don't pronounce Z as Z. They pronounce it as Z, and that's crazy to me. It sounds like they made a typo when they invented it. They do that everywhere else in the world. That's not America. We do that here in the UK, too. America's weird, man. I love it when America's like, lol, Canada, am I right? And then the rest of the world's like, bro, nah, it's only you. This happens so often when I talk to my American
it
friends.
Happens so often.
Oh
it's
my
like,
God.
you spell color with an O-U? Oh, that's so cool.
This is, okay, so we have a funny story attached to this one. This one is a picture of the Canadian passport under a black light, and it's got, like, a bunch of really fun, like, images on it, and every single page is a new image of, something. So this one's, like, maple leaves, right? But, funny story, when we were coming to England in, January to visit, we were just coming to visit a friend, the guy at the airport check-in when we were going back to Malta, where we lived at the time before we moved here, he literally was like, oh my god, do you guys have a black light? And we were like, no, we don't have a black light. And he turns around and he goes, oh, the Canadian passports, they have these images that come up if you hold them under a black light. And we were like, no. And then we got home and we Googled it, and there are actually pictures that come up under a black light. And that's so fucking amazing to me. That's
I think it's really
so
cool.
funny. Also, yeah, okay, so I wanted to bring this up because this is something I used to really enjoy as a kid, and I've never seen them anywhere else in the world. I used to love these, and same with so these are Lay's ketchup chips, and you used to only get them in Canada. And you're just gagging at the idea.
No, I'm having.
See, you're
I'm having a reaction to this meme.
We used to get like dill pickle flavor, ketchup flavor. They were amazing.
Dill pickle is
I've
okay.
never seen them anywhere else in the world, so I thought it would be funny to just include this here and see how many like everywhere else people we can confuse with the prospect of chips that flavored like ketchup.
They have prawn cocktail chips everywhere else in the world.
I thought this was amazing.
Already great, eh?
Canada's already great, eh? You gotta say it like a Canadian.
Eh.
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 If you
yeah, do you want to read this?
If you steal our rhubarb, pull the root out with the stem when you chop the stem at the... You read it, I can't.
Kira doesn't know how to read.
I can't
If you steal
read.
our rhubarb, pull the root out with the stem. When you chop the stem at the base, the rhubarb doesn't grow back. Please be a considerate thief. I just spat everywhere. Please be a considerate thief. You know, I don't support thievery, but when I do... Okay, I think this is our last one.
What is this?
I don't know. I want to know the context behind this meme. The fuck? Why does the dinosaur have a gun?
You know what this reminds me of?
What?
There was this place when we lived back in Canada, and they had an attack goose.
Oh fuck
It
yeah!
was like
it was
the
like this
dogs
farm.
are okay. okay, but like the goose will attack you.
I mean, goose in Canada are fucking assholes.
Oh my god, Canadian geese are just the worst.
They're horrible. Yeah, we used to go to this place, it was like a farm or some shit, and we used to go there and they'd be like, okay, you can pet the dogs, whatever, but beware of the goose. It will attack you.
They
Like,
didn't have
on
attack
site.
dogs. They just had an attack goose.
I don't know what the context of this picture is, but I absolutely love it. It's absolutely amazing. I want to know who gave the Tyrannosaurus Rex a gun. I just want to talk. That's all. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it for the memes.
I'm sad.
Are you sad?
I was
Canada, right? We didn't even get into the fact that Canada has bagged milk. That boggles people's minds. Like, every single website I went to, where they were talking about Canadians, how weird Canadians are. It's like the two things that they always mention is how sassy we are about a maple syrup, because it's real maple syrup, not the fake bullshit.
Not the golden syrup that you have here.
Or talking about bagged milk, because apparently people are freaked out by the prospect of milk that comes in a bag.
Are Canadians the only ones that bag milk?
No, we used to get it all the time in Morocco, which is why I always thought it was normal, because we went from Canada to Morocco, where they also had bagged milk. So for the longest time, it was just like, oh yeah, milk comes in bags.
In Morocco, they don't do it as big as in Canada, because like in Canada they're like small. This big and that
you get like
tall.
Gallon of milk in a bag.
You put them in like a pitcher, and you cut off the corner, and you can just pour the milk. But in Morocco, the bags are like squares, not rectangles, and you put them in a tiny jar. You put them in a tiny one. We just poured it into a jar and poured it from the jar.
Yeah.
That milk, it was good milk, and it went off within like 3 days.
Oh yeah, because it was fresh milk.
Yeah, which is why it was. And everybody pussied out when it came to like, I don't know if the milk's good or bad or not. No. And I had no problem with like trying the milk to see if it's like spoiled or not.
I don't like milk on any day there is. So,
she never asked me to do it. She that's why she's my favorite. But everyone would come to me and is like, Kira, try this milk, and I try. I'm like, yeah, that's sour.
That's gone off.
Yeah, it's a little chunky.
No chunky milk, please. It reminds me of that fucking advert where they drink chunky milk.
That is so
I can't. Okay, we're gonna end this before we make everyone
no more chunky
freak
milk.
out about chunky milk. Anyway, Canada, it's fucking weird, right? Canada, can you stop while I'm trying to have a conversation? Canada, we're weird, but we're like polite weird, which we make up for it in that way. Yeah. Canada's really fucking weird. It's great. I love watching people get so confused about Canadian things.
I've seen people outside of our house, dead of winter. It's like January, and one time I looked out the window, and there was just this guy in his swim trunks. He was shirtless, and he was jogging.
He's got
there was like this much snow on the ground.
Look, let people live their lives, okay? And with that, we're gonna sign off before this video deteriorates into just wordless giggles, because that's what it's getting to at this point. I'll see you guys in the next video.